Hello, gang, and welcome back, you wonderful people, to A Quiet County here on Transport Fever 2. What an enjoyable series it's been so far. Now, gang, we're not going to do too much of a big intro today. I want to get into it. I want to get into the build because I probably waffle on too much as I always do. Just remember, I will put timestamps down below in case you want to cut back or go to a certain point or review something again. So I will try and do that. And also, don't forget track rides at the end of each episode. Track, truck, plane, boat, car, I guess, rides. Okay, I try and do them no matter what. Always a bit harder at the start because I've only got a couple of lines, so we have to do basically what we build. And what are we building today, Ham? Well, team, we spoke about it last time out. We're going to look at more passenger stuff today because we've already done some cargo and we do want to be making money. We are making money. As I also stated in the series, we're not going to be focusing on min-maxing everything and making everything perfect. That's not what this series is about. This series is about having a bit of fun, building some cool stuff, also trying to make money. Like we don't want to be running everything in the red. This New Haven fuel line is just up here. That's the one that delivers the fuel into New Haven, so it's always going to probably dip in and out a little bit. But look, for the most part, I'm pretty happy the fact that everything else is touching blue, okay? We want to be touching the blue with everything, pretty much. We'll work on things that are really dragging us down. But for the moment, we're fine. It's going to allow us to put in a passenger line, all this money income, today down here between Grand View, Midpoint, and Baxter Beach. That's right. So eventually, I might potentially look. There's already a bridge that spans there. These two bridges, I'm probably going to replace with better looking ones. I don't like how the game puts their bridges in, so I'll probably end up changing the look of those bridges alongside the rail bridge, because today we're not going to go, well, are we going to go Kings Island? No, we're not. We're going to leave Kings Island because we actually might do a bus service that comes into the main train station at Baxter Beach and then heads down to Midpoint up to Grand View. So I'm not going to work on the actual fuel cargo today that goes between this Grand View North and the crude and Midpoint. I'm going to work on those probably a little bit later after we get the passenger main line in, and we'll probably piggyback the cargo line off the back of the infrastructure of the main line. I might just slow down time a little bit again when we get around the 1955 mark. But for today, I think we've got to sit here and we've got to figure out a location for our train station. And I'll be honest, I kind of want to come right through here. Now, the reason why this would be a really good spot is I can already tell this looks like industry buildings just here, and this is our commercial. One thing I will tell you when it comes to emissions and so forth, you're better off, that's the emissions tab, Ham. Can I have this one here? You're better off coming in through your commercial and industrial area with a train than you are rattling through your residential. Now, I could also potentially weed this town out a little bit, and we could just be, deleting these buildings and deleting these ones in here so we can get our commercial to grow out here, our residential to grow this corner, and our industrial to grow in this sector. I could be doing that. I don't necessarily want to at the moment. I don't think we need to. I'm going to go ahead and blow this up right now. That's going to be $1.9 million worth of town blown up, because I think we are going to run a train station right through there. That I'm going to delete that bridge. Am I going to? No, I am, because I want to run the rail through that way up there into Midpoint. Now, Midpoint, like I said earlier, I really wanted to run so I might, here we go. This is going to be interesting, It would be really good if I could, the train station should probably come through the middle of town just here. It makes sense. But here's what I wanted. You know what I wanted last time? I just type in port. I wanted to have this last time, right? Like I wanted to have some kind of tunnel under there. And I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that if I don't go on that shape, which means I'd have to run through there. What are you running on this side? So this is all commercial and industry over there. We can They've got a really nice little thing going on here, haven't they? I think the train station, it's already got a gap for us just here. And the train station I want to use is probably the pass-through here one that I've got, is it? Yeah, it's probably this one, you know. Let's come and have a look at it. It's a really nice one. I really like it. And I probably want to use it a little bit more. And I think it'll look really nice when the town builds up around it. The main building, what does it look like if you've got... Oh, the large one. Okay, I want that. Medium and the GWR. I like the GWR one. Do we want a subway for it? No. Do we want it 240 long? Potentially, because we are going to be having a cargo platform attached to it. So I would spin it so it's sat like that. And then I can put some cargo platforms off the back. Okay, just one sec. I'm going to do a pause here. Because I think that's where we want it to go. There's going to be a lot of unhappy residents and so forth just here very shortly. Unless because I want to run it like that through there. You're going to have a better time if you run it through this flat section. You know that, right? Yeah, but I kind of just, I don't want to. Either way, it's going to cost you money doing what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and just configure this, and we're going to add a no, you're not going to let me do that. Huh. But you will there, right? So you're going to make me leave a gap, and now you're going to work. That's not really what I want. Can I now get rid of that? Okay, I can. Good. I only need one cargo platform here, please. Now, here's the funny thing. I don't generally run cargo platforms in the middle of towns when I do it. Like I always state, I generally run... no, I want platforms, don't I? I generally run platforms here. Cargo freight hubs, and then I ferry stuff into town. Right, well, we're going to have to go with what's that? That's not that. We're going to have to just go with the old stock standard for the moment. Maybe I'll have to add that mod in and fix that up later. Seems a shame to get rid of some of those buildings, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm not going to dwell about it too much because I know what I want, and what I want is what I get, and that works really well for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that at that end. I'm actually going to put that at that end. I'm actually going to give a passenger connection here, on this side as well. So the way we're going to go about that is I wonder if I should just attach that platform. I think we just have to go with that, don't we? But that doesn't, well, it is kind of what you want. What I don't want though is I'm just going to have that, you know. I would really like to have this, but it wants to put railing on each side. If I'm doing that, and then I want to get in a passenger ladder stair, that too. Oh, here we go. That's what I want. Yep. Oh, bang. Oh, wow. Can you give me that side? Or can we have both? That's exactly what I want. Are you kidding me? You know, I might even go like that. And I'm gonna put another rampy boy there. A rampy boy, really? Yeah, a rampy boy. Also, yeah, no. That's all we want. We just want the stair bears, platforms. Give me back this rampy boy like that. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do that. And I'll show you here. Hopefully, we can get a little pathing system in for it that will work. So basically, give me back that. Was that on a misc? Yep, here. And look, I kind of want you guys. I'd love a double one. I don't mind that you come up that side actually and you go down that side, but I would probably prefer these to sit like that. Yeah, I actually don't mind it switching down that side like that. And this one here, I'll probably get that one switched there, and this one switched there. So yeah, I actually like that. I'm actually a fan of that. In terms of getting the actual, actually, can I have that too? Oh yeah, actually really like that. Really happy with that. You can have that on the main one, and I'll give you one down this end. I'm gonna leave one section exposed in the middle there like that. Right. What else have you got for me? Because this is fantastic. You've got these little walls as well. Give me some walls. No, that's it. All right. You finished playing with that? Kinda, sorta. I want to play with more. I like all these little. I like these. Now this here, that's how you would get into that or that. But I think thanks to Stephen and playing on the Calabria series, I do actually have paths here. These are paths for people to walk on. So we can actually say, hey, buddy. But is that going to actually help them? Or do you actually need... Yeah, I think you actually need to have... Hey, look, I find this stuff interesting. I would prefer... Well, that actually works, you know. See, I don't know if how the pathing system works for this, but I assume that would be a thing. Oh, shut up, it is. Oh, it actually... I know it's not meant for it, but you've got to be honest that actually works. I just want to try the vanilla version of that. No, the vanilla version doesn't do it. So I'm definitely happy to keep that. Definitely happy to keep that. And then all we're going to do is get our little path system here. I'm going to run a path down like that. I'm actually going to just bring you to... Look, this is why I say... Right, this is why I say we're only going to try and attempt this today. And if I have time, I'll do the other. Because obviously you can tell... You can tell that I'm going to build that anyway, probably. So I want you to come. Please don't do that again. Yeah, there you go. I got what I wanted. And I'm going to have one because we've got some zebra crossings here, some zebras. Whoa, 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 you're doing funky. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I don't know if I like that snapping. Interesting. To say the least. What if I do one there? Okay, you will allow that, so I will put it there, and I will put it there. All right, and then we'll do some landscaping in there. That's kind of brilliant. Is there some kind of passenger building you want there? I don't know, actually. Buildings-wise, let's have a look. No, you got to have a look in here. I don't know if I do want a passenger building on this side. I don't think we need one on this side. That's kind of a thing, you know. I tell you what's fun is to play. It's really fun to play with stuff because look at this. Oh, this mod. Thank you. I have to be honest. This has come up way better than I thought. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this now. Now, obviously, we'll have to clean up all the decorative stuff and everything. Yeah, that's all I want you to do there. But you're going to do really horrible things to the road. So it's going to cost me that much money. I just have to do it. I might break in. So here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. But what should I do? I should... Can you take catenary off? I should basically... Okay, you're not going to play the game there. You're not doing what you're told there. This road here is not playing the game. I might have to find... Yeah, actually, you should be able to get through there without upsetting the track. You've actually made... Look what you've done. You've upset Ham. You've upset your Ham. Is that my Portuguese? No. Is it? Are we using that? Here we are. When in doubt, blow it out. I'll put the roads back in shortly. Let's just get what we want here. Now, we are going to be feeding back down that way. Gosh, I haven't even done the one down there yet. So, can I keep you flat for a minute, please? We're going to have you a nice straight entrance into town. Then, look, we've got this sort of valley section just here. I'm thinking that's kind of where you're going to be, but at what height are you here? Because I want to get some nice looking track, right? So at the mouse level, we are at 89 meters. 89 there. If I'm over here, that's 81, 82. Just like that. Right, we're going to get a nice turn straight through there. All right, that's our track through there. Yeah, that's going to be quite nice rolling through there. And obviously, we're going to be running the cargo line through here also. Now, I didn't get what I wanted. I know. I'm actually going to run that bit of track and then run that bit of track parallel with it. And I will be potentially double tracking the cargo line, potentially not at the moment, but we will be double tracking that cargo line as well. Potentially. But I will be running its own tunnel. Like that, all right? So we'll give it its own cargo tunnel. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's going to come through quite nicely through there. And then we'll have to do the same out here. It would be really, really nice if I could have had just a slight bit of tunnel there. I've got an idea, which might be beneficial to us all. It might be costing me a little bit in terrain manip here, and we don't want to spend too much. We need money for trains and so forth today too. But we're going to have a bit of a, I know that's expensive to do. We're going to have a bit of a area here. Like the plateaus up that's going to be built on. So there's a bit of a higher section in town and then it can sort of ramp down. Let's see. Excuse me, I'm losing my throat a little bit. I can't quite get the tunnel there. Bugger on toast. Bugger. I need my tool in here. It sucks. I'm gonna have to come up just slightly. Will that allow me the tunnel that I need at that height? That gives me the tunnel I need. And then that gives me the look I want. Okay. I know we do decorative stuff later, but I'm going for a certain look through here, and we've got to do it right the first time. Otherwise, it's going to cost us even more later down the track, so I don't want to be doing that too much. You just give me half a tunnel there, thanks, and then come through and connect to that. Now that you've given me the tunnel, do you really need that tunnel to be at that height? Or can I actually have you back at... No, okay, you need to be that height. That's okay. We can make this plateau area just a little bit higher. Have these guys dip down a section there. And in fact, I can just go ahead now and just give it a slight little smooth all around there. I might plateau that out a little bit further. The whole key to this, though, is the fact that I can run a passing road straight over the top now. And in fact, it makes sense. I'm sorry about your building here, buddy. But progress waits for no one. Oh, and that just makes sense, right? That's the thing. And then we get ourselves a nice kind of weirdish, dippy, hilly road there. In fact, if the road's willing to do that, hang on a minute, because I have a feeling. Now you're running flat there. I have a feeling that's gonna make things a heck of a lot better for you here. How do we feel about that? That's running flat. But here's the thing: if I go to run these, I'm just gonna leave them. I will do this. I will chuck a side street just here. Now, if I say to you, come down flat. Yes. That's all I wanted, right? What we're allowing here is the AI to build up on top of this section there, and that's all I want. Can I just get that there too? Without you chucking too much of a banana. Yep. That's brilliant. I'm kind of willing to leave that, because what it means now is, in fact, if I go ahead, I'll leave it. I'll let the AI do what it wants to do up there now. I think that's just the better thing to do. But it allows us to get what I wanted downtown here anyway. Just some sort of a look through there. It cost us a little bit of a pretty package to do it. I'm not too fussed. Am I? I'm not too fussed. I still want to actually have, I want to see, are these tracks running different heights through here? Okay, here's what I want. Whether or not I will get it is another thing, but I want, is that track dipping? No, it should be running pretty flat. If I just take this tool, flatten that off, I should be able to, in theory, that's what I want, right? That's what I want. But what I'm getting is this going. Actually, it works. It doesn't destroy my track, and the road has to bend to the will of the track. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really okay with that. Nice. Okay. That's got me happy. There's a really beautiful curve right here that would have been beautiful for a train station to go on. However, we are going to punch straight through the guts of town here. Now that I've got the roads hooked back up over here, by the way, in fact, just out of town, I want to go 1, 2, 3. Can I get a bridge at that height? I cannot. 4. You will only give me one at 4 high. But can you please give me something that looks a little nicer on the eye? Where are my concrete bridges? I don't have. Red seems quite in your face, doesn't it? The green, I'm not keen. It is more of a country sort of bridge, isn't it, that one? I really don't have a lot of options here, and that's not right. That's ridiculous. Just go with the green's quite nice. I'm going to go with the red. I'm going to go with the in your face. What I'm going to do here, I will do like I did last time, which I said was bring up the soil and make a bit of a valley section just through here, like that, right? Right. And I know that's a waste of money, and you're thinking, Ham, that's a waste of money. I know. However, just bear with me. Because it may not look like a thing right now, but it's going to be a thing when I have more money to play with and squander. Give me a nice gradual. That's a length of 118 meters, by the way. Can you just get the same for me? And then come up slightly one like that. That's 129. That's your 118 there. I like that I can make my bridge ends about the same length, and then I'm just going to give you a nice little curve around that, but you're not going to do it for me, are you? That kind of is nice how I get a bit of a guideline, and then you're going to be like that, by the way. Going up that way. So, in fact, you could actually just come this way. I can't believe I'm doing the actual building for the town, but whatever. It is what it is sometimes. Something like that, and then the game will do a thing. It'll do its own thing. Can I actually just unplug you? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a road. But basically, I got what I wanted here. I'm not too happy with that pavement, actually, on that bridge. So, whatever. I might change that bridge out later. I'm not going to do it now. But basically, I'm just going to, you know, the age old, I'm going to run the thing in like that, right? And it just meets up with that. And then we get our smoothing gun. I know it's costing us a lot. While we do the time lapse, I might just let the game run a little bit. Okay, and then we get a nice sort of, I'll make the money back. And then we get this nice kind of little banked section just through here, and the bridge makes sense just the way it is, right? Got it good. Cool. Is that, no, that's all right. That's going to be the right height. That's fine. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, there. That was all just to get, so we've got now 3 connections over the top there, through there, and we've got plenty of sections there. So traffic should not be an issue going forward for that town. Right. Honestly, I'm not too stressed about spending money on I like this little one. I'm not too stressed about spending money on this sort of stuff now to get the basic infrastructures in of what I want. That's not what bothers me. I want to try and avoid doing a lot of terraforming because that's where the money costs do go. There is a station here that maybe I don't have yet that I thought I put in. Damn it. I think we will go ahead and utilize this one, but we should probably be building with the same style stations, I'll be honest. We probably should be, yeah. This one here, I'm not going to put I'm only going to have one passenger connection. I kind of want to have a bit of a transit center for it as well. We have to delete some of these buildings. Sorry about your homes, but it's a thing. Okay, it's going to take a bit for these towns to build back up again too. What I'm going to do, I want to have a bit of a transit section in here as we come in. So what I mean by that is let's have a look at the buildings we've got. We've got this lovely Greyhound bus station thing as well. Now, because we're going to be running buses from Kings Island. Kings Island really should have its own branch line for the train though, shouldn't it? I mean, there's nothing to say we can't run a little branch line instead of a bus. Okay, do it. We'll run a branch line instead. What are you going to do about your bus station then? I'm actually going to put just this little one in. I think you're better off going to be having it like that. Yep, okay, cool. We'll go with that. Sometimes I like to just fly by the seat of my pants. Sometimes it doesn't work out for me. And sometimes it does. Okay, I'm also going to do the little path thing too. I really enjoy just playing with some of this stuff sometimes. If I want to run a road, you're going to try and run parallel to that. I'm going to build that anyway because I really wanted you to do that. Even though the game was like, hey, you can't do that. Ham was like, no, we can do that. Yeah, good. And then that's it. And we can decorate all this in here. I know the path looks horrible. Let's try that again. There's a thicker path here. That's too thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the path like that. I'm going to run the path here like that. It's also crooky. It's also very crooky. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this is actually going to be a heck of a lot. What actually, in essence, that's kind of what I wanted to begin with. Today, things are just working out. Things are coming up ham. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to fudge in my own stairs here, but that's totally fine. I can do that. I can decorate that in. But we've got everything we want there. We've got connectivity to most of that, but it doesn't matter because we'll run a bus service. The town's going to need to sort out how it does things. I do... Oh, by the way, you have to configure that still. Hey, buddy. Thank you. I was like, why aren't you clicking in place? What we might do with Kings Island and Baxter is we might actually give these guys their own centralized like freight hub. And then I can, so the freight hub might actually sit this side of the river potentially. We're going to come through this valley system here and out and over. It might sit around here as maybe a bit of a hub and a bit of a port potentially. I have to figure out where I'm going to put a bit of a port or something up here. And the train might come into it for the cargo. And then we'll just sort of truck to these two from there. But the passenger line will probably come around here. And then, so yeah, the plan will be, if we just have a look at this, maybe come a nice sort of track ride out over to the island here and up the coastline. Just might look really pretty and come into Kings Island. Then back around and in. I think that might be quite nice. Just a nice little ride in. Okay, let's get... so if that's the case, I'm going to want to put in some track here. But realistically, I only need you to be... Oh, go ahead and double track it. It doesn't need to be double tracked though. It's only a small bit of... It's only a really small bit of, it's a small line. It's not going to be, I mean, later on it might get big. So I'll leave it like that, double tracked to there. In terms of this one, I'm going to line up my bridge now. We're coming there. So we might make a sharp turn there. Not a sharp turn, but we might make a turn there, which means that we need a bridge about here. This is going to be expensive. Right, what are you going to run me for the bridge? That means no pillars, by the way, Ham. Yes, that means no pillars. I kind of like that, the steel girder, but it has no like little railing edgy bits, does it? It doesn't. The green's kind of nice. The brown works. I think we go with the brown. 2 point old mate million. 2 point old mate million. I like that we're working in those kinds of figures, hey? Yep, 2 point old mate million. This road's going to get a bust up. In fact, I'll leave that bridge for the moment just in case we need that because it's an expense I don't have to worry about if I don't put it in. Now, you are fine. You should just plug into that and give me a nice little jaunt down. However, I am going to make you land for 400,000. And you do have a very nice run down into there. So that's really good. And then obviously we're going to be, it only needs to be single track for today. I can always pull that apart and do what I need to do with it later. But for today, it only needs to be single track. So we're coming down through this way. I'm going to continue. The height wise, we are sitting at 76 there. And we need to get, if we're coming down to here, well, actually, what height are you? You're 4.4 meters. That doesn't seem right. We actually have to come down a fair way to get there. We'll come down on a slide. So we'll just come like that. Okay, come nice and straight for me. You do have a weirdy bend on you though, don't you? You got a weirdy bend? It's quite a big jaunt down. How do we feel about that? I feel indifferent. It's still got the downhill slope. If we keep those bridges the same, is that the one we're using? I don't mind a little bit of bridge here and there. I will make a turn that cuts probably through that mountain section just there. So why don't you start making that now? And that way it lowers the cost of that bridge. Yeah. In fact, it should be more like that, shouldn't it? Okay. Now, if you're going to give me a hookup with there, that's going to, oh, we got tunnel, track, tunnel. We got big tunnel though. But I think the track itself is quite flat. I probably would have preferred to maybe come around the mountain a little bit more, but I think that's not too bad. I think that'll be fine. 1.2 million. Yeah, okay, 1.2 squillion bajillions. For today, how are you going to get this train turned around, buddy? Good question. I haven't even looked at what trains I want to use potentially. I might go ahead and just give it a little loop-de-loop. Right, just give it a little loop-de-loop out here. It don't have to be anything special. This is temporary, by the way, in case you're wondering. Well, you're going to soak up a lot of town building area if you do that, Ham. You could just put a turnaround point there. Yeah, I've been kind of avoiding turnaround points, so haven't I? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll leave that there because that's where we know we want to shoot off. I will give you your turnaround point that you want. Give me buildings. Give me passengers. Make that length. What have we got? 240. Catenary, no. So you come. You drive forward. You come in, then you back out. No, you back out to over here, I think. Back out to there. You're still taking up a lot of land value that I didn't really want you to take up, but whatever. You're going to back out to there. And then you're just going to shoot up that way. We're probably only going to be running one passenger train at the moment anyway. So, but today, just getting the stuff plugged in, it's just going to be fine. Okay, road-wise, I did have the connection that I was going to go back here. See if we can plug you back in without upsetting the apple cart too much. Yep. Okay, good. Apple cart not upset. You can have another one there. Okay, that's your connections. What you make of that now is up to you. I will say this, however. I would like a road that runs. No, that's not what I would like. I can actually get the road that I want if I actually do this. Yes, okay. So we will run a parallel road to that. But it'll be a dead end road. It will run like that. Sure. Yep. Okay. It's a shame I can't put a little cul-de-sac on the end here. That's okay. This down here, I actually want I want something to back onto that. So I'm actually going to take a road from there and shoot it through to there. And so hopefully we get some buildings back onto the rail track just there. That's as much as I'll go with the town planning for that. In terms of the cargo, I have left a gap here anyway, right? In case I do want to run a bit of a cargo section through there. So I've left myself a little bit of space. All right. All it would be now is, how are you going to get the train out of this way, buddy, without U-turns and U-doozies and U-fourths? U-fourth, hey? That's a new one. Yep, you head forth, I head out. I might have to do something similar here, but eventually the train's going to go on. So for today, what's the best I can do here in terms of a turnaround? How tight can we turn you around? I think you're better off coming that way. Yeah, okay. I'll come back from that way. Let's come off the end here. I will just get ahead and, yeah, I know. You're unhappy. You're unhappy. You're always unhappy. I'm just going to take this track here and do a thing. We're just going to turn around, loop it on itself, right? You'll be fine. You'll be fine, okay? We're just going to teardrop it today just to get what we want. I'll put that road back in now because otherwise the game's going to... It's going to hunt me down. That's a horrible road. It is, isn't it? That's a really horrible road. I'll tell you what, go take this road from here. That's track. Take this road here. Do that. And then just plug these in. That's probably what it should have been anyway to begin with. Yeah, that's actually a much better looking road. Okay, so it's just going to turn around like that today. Give me, we only need one train as well. This today won't be running anything special. Although for the sake of Stephen, I will go ahead. We're running the track down. It's double tracked most of the way up that way until it hits where? Till it hits through here. Then we go back to single track. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as single track most of the way for today. Which means we will go signal like that, just to tell this what it's actually doing. Which means that I will have to get that. We're getting there, team. We're getting there. Right. That's how we'll just run that. For today, make sure you've got that there. I did put that in there, so it doesn't matter. I will just go ahead and do that. So this one's for all the whistleblowers. One there. One there. We don't need them up there. And I'll make sure I put them downtown here. Well, actually, are we crossing any roads before we get in there? No, we're just coming in, backing out this one. We'll do it later. Okay, so let's punch that line in now. It's not going to be profitable. Passengers will not be, well, it may not be profitable to begin with. Then can you come around that way for me, please? Yes, brilliant. and you're double tracking and you're doing all of the things. When you get up to Baxter Beach, however, you need to back out into there. Yeah, brilliant. Right. That's got that groovy. That's all we needed to do today. The other thing we need to say to Baxter is, hey, you need a couple of bus stops, buddy. You need a couple. Your connection is only to that. I'll connect that road up, and we'll get you a pickup just there. That'll cover most of that. So it'll be a pickup there. Road connection there. Let me get this line in, then I'll name them. So we're going to go there, there, and there, right? There are our 3 stops. Brilliant. Okay. We'll have to get you we'll just call you Baxter Bus. Oh, the Baxter 555. City to the Sea. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, well, that's what you normally call it. Always. Whenever there's a City to the Sea bus, it's always bloomin' 555. I don't know why. Baxter Beach Bus. Baxter Beach Bus. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to keep, I always keep my passenger lines pink on maps because pink is not used as much. There's purple for the plastics, or I guess you could say it's the pinky color. I'm going to leave the transit lines, the PAX transit lines, as pink at the moment. Baxter to, where are we going? Midpoint train service for today. All right, we're just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do anything fancy. That's your lot there. I will go ahead and just purchase a couple of buses. We will need a depot. I won't use the station today, the fuel station. I will just pump that in. We will say, buy me a couple of buses. Now, we've only got 14 million. I think 14 million is going to be enough to buy a train, to be honest. And then we've still got $50 million loan we have to pay off. So if you think we're doing it on easy street, we still have to pay off our loan. Now there's this 12 capacity. We don't need a lot of capacity. We could go with something just a little bit cheaper, you know. I like the Sora here. Bit cheaper. Takes 10. I think the Sora at 2. Stick them on Baxter Beach bus service. And I think that's fine for what we want. Right. We don't have the ability to plug a train in there yet either. We're going to do some detailing here. I was going to flash in some detailing. However, I'm not today. I think what we'll do is we'll plug all of this main line in. So next episode, do we want to get the train going first and talk about that? Yeah, okay. Next episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in Grand View up there, and then we can work on figuring out what we're going to do in terms of a you've got the cheap depot here you can just chuck in. Sweetness. I'm going to throw it in from this end. I kind of need you in the middle here. Hey, diddle diddle, need you in the middle. Yeah, I need to go from this direction. Can you just whip me off a little bit of track, please? Yeah, okay, sweet. All right, let's buy a train. Let's have a look what we got here. Now, I could run the rail bus, nice and cheap. We could have put the M300 is actually not a bad one. Look, these are good because they're cheap, and we want cheap at the moment until we've got established. Do we want to go with the steamer? Let's have a look at the steam engines and we got price-wise. These are going to be expensive to run, right? Any steam we run is going to be expensive because we also have to run the wagons with it. If we run multiple wagons here, it's 1.2 to run that. Look at that. It's 190. It's got a capacity of 15. But I think that's the rail bus. But I think what we want potentially That's 321. But what you're getting is the carriage and the locomotive all in one. And it's a good tester. I do want to get some steam passenger trains on though. These are all our electrics at the moment. Electric's just so expensive to run at this point in time. Yeah, and when it comes to yeah, that's a passenger one. 600. You're looking at so a yearly. That's your yearly cost for that, right? I mean, admittedly, this SCH is a lot better, but it's more of a freight. It's not exciting, I know, team. I know it's not exciting. They do 90 clickety-clacks. They do 100 as well. That's actually not bad. I'm going to leave it at 40 for the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 40. If this train service picks up, eventually, okay, so what we want to do, I want to switch these diesels out eventually. I want to switch these diesels out eventually and get a nice steam train service while we're still in the 50s that goes between these lines. I really do want, and here's the thing, I want to, as we get into the futures, up into the 2000s and whatever, into the modern day, I want to keep a couple of steam trains running around on the map that we have as a bit of a legacy train. I will be wanting to do that, so we will be doing that. Right. Let's have a look at this bad boy. I actually don't mind. Actually, you're really loud. I actually don't mind these trains. Now, I know there's a lot of weeds in the track and stuff too. We're not going to worry about weeds. We're not going to worry about decorative stuff today. I might go ahead and just decorate off stream. Here's your homework, everyone, before we do this track ride. Your homework today, actually, we can get around here, is if you would like to see a bit of a time lapse of me decorating the stations up, let me know in the comments section down below. Ham, don't do it offline. Do a little musical time lapse on camera. In fact, you know what? I'm going to. Next episode, we're going to kick off by doing a little bit of decorative stuff just to show you guys what it is. I know I've changed my mind a lot, but I think it's really exciting. I think it's really nice just to give it a bit of life. And it's something that just breaks up the same of the episode sometimes when we do it. The other thing is Midpoint. Just pause here for a second. Oh, actually, we don't need to pause that. They've got fairly good connection. One last thing before we go. I'm going to run a bus service in around here because we actually didn't get one properly done for them. Buildings-wise, give me... Yeah, here's why. Because you didn't put a street connection there where you could have. You are absolutely correct. Could I? I can, and I will. You can have a main road there. And in fact, you will then get a main road to there. That might give me the connectivity that I kind of want. Let's just have a look at that now. No, it still doesn't really, but it gives me the option because you've got a lot of connectivity there. So I might just run a simple bus line that heads up to here and back around. Okay. As simple as you like, just a two-stopper. I'm actually going to call this Midpoint East Bus Service, okay? All right, Midpoint East Bus Service. It's west, by the way. It's not because, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why it's east, even though we're looking at it from the west. Well, that's north, right? So we're saying that's north. So we're saying this is east, right? That makes, it's more south, isn't it? Huh, it's actually more south. I'm going to write south. It's actually midpoint south. All right, I was trying to be tricky, but it's actually south. Okay, I need a couple of vehicles for that too. I'm just going to throw one out here. Not going to be too fancy. And I'm going to stick with the Sora, to be honest. I'm just going to go the 1. And you're going to be Midpoint South Bus Service. Okay. That's going to give them connectivity. These guys have already great connectivity for walking for the moment, so we can keep our costs down there. We've spent a lot of money today. Oh, look at this thing rattling through here. I can't wait to decorate all this up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Firstly, yeah, leave your homework. Do you want to see more time-lapse builds with the little time-lapse decorative builds? They won't take up the whole episode. It'll just be a few minutes here and there of me doing some time-lapse and some decorating. I really want to do it. What do you think of our station down here? I happen to think, try and envisage this, team. Try and envisage a future where the buildings are high all around this station, where we keep the original old school building style, but we'll put some modernized buildings in and around it. And I really think we're going to get something really nice and special through here, especially with these lovely bridges coming through. Really happy that they worked. I really recommend getting this mod and playing with it, because you can make some really beautiful looking stations out of here. And when we decorate it up, we'll do some cool stuff to make it look really good as well. We'll fence all of this stuff off. The cargo stuff will actually make it look like it is segregated from the passenger stuff and really give it a nice separation from the people. All right, now we can get on. Yeah, that's your homework. That's your lot. That's it. You don't need that, Ham. I want Alt-G. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this track ride today. Please stay safe wherever you are, and have a great rest of your day. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, to stay up to date with all the latest content and when we're going to be dropping more episodes of Transport Fever 2. Plenty of action coming on the channel. That's it. Get out of here.